This is news on WIDERmedia and Mahima Wider.
The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association have issued a statement calling off their strike on Friday, 13th June. After extensive deliberations were made, this came to light during parliamentary proceedings when the majority leader and the chairman of Health Committee briefed the House on the call off of the strike. Let's watch a video on that.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday your committee, the Health Committee, invited the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association to engage them on the issue of the ongoing strike at that time. And they had extensive deliberations yesterday, and the registered nurses and midwives requested for time to go and think about the plea that this House made to them to call off the strike whilst we engage government on their demands. They did have their consultations, and I am pleased to inform the House that the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association Council met yesterday after their deliberations with this House and issued a statement calling off their strike. And so I think that this House should collectively thank the leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association and thank all the nurses and midwives for deciding to return to work. We have since communicated the decision to His Excellency, the President, and in the coming weeks, His Excellency has directed some meetings to discuss the demands that they have made of government. So I just thought to brief the House that indeed our intervention has yielded some fruits. I didn't see the chairman early because I was looking for the chairman to see if I could get him to make a statement to the House, but I think that he's here, and if he can add his voice to the communication that I have put out. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Yes, Chairman of the Health Committee, you have the floor.
Right, Honorable Speaker, it is true we met the leadership of the Nurses Association yesterday. Present was the Minister of Health, the Deputy Minister of Finance, and Fair Wages. And above all, we had about 13 members of the committee present. And then we also had the leader of the House, the majority leader, who came to assist us broker a deal with the nurses. Indeed, they came with a whole booklet of allowances. And we made them to understand that we, the Health Committee, are their representatives. We also represent them like how they are representing the trade unions. We, the Health Committee, represent the patients as well. And indeed, we, the Health Committee, are their representatives. We also represent them like how they are representing the trade unions. We, the Health Committee, represent the patients as well. And indeed, represent all Ghanaians. And we are ready to speak on their behalf. And so we appeal to them that yes, we can do it, but it is difficult to speak to any authority when they are still on strike. And this, I believe, for 4 hours, we went up and down, discussed everything. The majority leader was involved. My ranking Dr. Nana Ayu were also moving up and down. We had a lot of labor experts among us. And thanks to God, thanks to Almighty God, and to the good work of this house. So yesterday, they promised to go and see their council after our deliberations. And I think this morning, just like my leader said, they have announced that they are back to work. But that is not the end. Members of Parliament, we need to continue to fight to ensure that some of their requests the executive arm of government will listen to them. There should be a point of intersection. There should be a point of agreement. And so we have fixed another meeting on the 26th of June. But they are back to work. And I want to thank all of you here. I want to thank Almighty God for making this thing possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman of the Health Committee. Yes, Honorable Kwadwo Oponkrumah.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to comment briefly on the information that was relayed to the House by the Leader of the House, and that was also commented upon by the Chairman of the Health Committee. Mr. Speaker, I join in expressing thanks to our nurses and midwives for taking this decision to take a step back and to return to post. And if you read their statement, they go in detail to explain why they have decided to take a step back. As the situation was getting out of hand and there were reports of escalating numbers in the mortuaries, it was getting very scary. And so we are very grateful to them that though they have legitimate issues to raise, they have decided to take a step back, even as further engagements go on. Mr. Speaker, I also want to in particular commend Parliament. Parliament is often thought of as a house for debate and legislation and oversight. But it is refreshing to see that in turbulent times, when it appears sometimes that the traditional actors are having difficulties, Parliament also has the capacity to intervene and to create that safe space for negotiation and resolution of difficult matters. And I think it is a point we must note and perhaps even begin to grow more. People see us sometimes, very often, arguing and debating among ourselves and opposing each other. In previous times, we've had very unhealthy scenes even here in the chamber. But it is refreshing to see that in times of difficulty like this, Parliament can intervene and create that space that allows for some discussions and for people to pull back. And while at that, I want to commend the leaders of the Health Committee. Mr. Chairman has shown good leadership, and the ranking member, Honorable Ayu Afriye, shown very good leadership on this matter in helping to adopt a bipartisan position and to call both sides to consider the issues in a slightly different light. Mr. Speaker, as we make progress, we should also learn lessons. Maybe other colleagues will mention other lessons. One of the lessons I want to mention is the fact that when dealing in particular with the unions, especially for those of us in authority, we should be very circumspect.
What are your views on this? Share it in the comment section. Let's get interactive. Don't forget this is news on WIDERmedia, and I'm Mohima Wider. Like and follow for more. Thank you.